Hello, 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 beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday and I hope your holiday was great. As you can see by the title, oh my gosh. Last week, my bae and we tested positive for COVID. We had the Omicron variant at that. Oh my gosh. Talking about someone who thought they escaped it. I sure thought I escaped this thing because I have been around people that had it when it first started. This was when it first started before vaccines and antiviral medications and all that had came out. I thought I was good, and then after the vaccines came out, I was one of them that when he got the vaccine and stuff, I had to really talk my bae into going to get the vaccine because he said the vaccines was just something like the apocalypse or things of that nature or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. But it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And anybody know, to me, summer colds are the worst because it's already hot. And then on top of that, when you get a cold or something like that, you're going to be miserable because it's already hot outside, even though it's cool on the inside. But it's already hot outside, especially if you're a person like me. I do work at home from time to time, but I do like going out, sitting outside on my patio or whatnot to catch a breath of fresh air. And I'm not a homebody. I like to get out and go around and go to different places and stuff like that. Even if it's just to go sit in the park, or just go out to the store, or just go riding sometime to get some fresh air. And just to let you know how this all started, my baby mom had it first. And it was so crazy because she went to her, I think it was her 40th or 50th class reunion. And so somebody there had to have it. And this was like 2 weeks ago. And so on that Tuesday after her class reunion, my bae had went to see her just to see how she was doing. And at that time, she told him, she was like, I got chills and stuff. I don't feel good. So in his mind, he was like, oh, I'm finna get from over your house. I'm finna get the hell on because I can't afford to catch it. I don't want it, stuff like that. Because if you do have COVID, I don't want it. Lo and behold, when my baby got home, he told me what was going on. I was like, oh gosh, it sounded like, mama may have it. About 2 hours later, she called. She was like, I have COVID. And we were both like, oh my gosh. And he was like, oh my gosh, I hope, I don't get it. We don't get it, because I done came home and stuff like that. So as you can hear, I'm still dealing with the after effects of it. It's still there, but it's not as prevalent as it was. Okay, back to the subject at hand. What happened was how I knew that we ended up with it because, okay, his mom tested positive on that Tuesday. Well, that Friday, my baby, he started sniffing and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh, my sinuses." I said, I hope it's your sinuses because, you were just around your mom and she tested positive for COVID, and it's a possibility." And he all like, no, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. Okay, fine. I passed it off because it did start off like a sinus infection. Because that's how a lot of it starts off. You think it's a sinus infection, but it's really not. So he was doing fine because we had our friend's wedding that was Saturday. I was fine. I didn't have no sniffles. I didn't have anything, and he was fine. Just sneezing like hay fever, something like that. Well, Saturday we went to the wedding, had a good time, was feeling fine, nothing was going wrong, had a good time. I came home Saturday night, whatever. And Sunday morning, I woke up, throat was like on fire. It was hurt. Then I was like, well, maybe, my sinus system start acting up, because I slept with the ceiling fan on and stuff like that. And, we had such a good time at the wedding, hollering and screaming, laughing and seeing everybody. And just having a good time with it, having a good time at the wedding. So still not thinking. So he ended up going to Walmart and got me some sinus medicine because I had ran out of my sinus medicine. And so I took the 24-hour. I took that sinus pill. It was like eating candy because it did not touch my symptoms at all. Do you hear me? So I was like, oh my gosh, something ain't right. I said, this ain't right. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. Because then later on that night, I just started really feeling bad. And then what made me know something was really different, my baby started coughing. I looked at him and he looked back at me. I said, oh, babe. I said, that ain't no sinus infection. I said, because you over there coughing and hacking, and sneezing, all that. I said, he was like, that's a sinus infection. You can cough with sinus infection. I said, maybe so, because you saying it's draining or whatever. But I done had plenty of sinus infections and things of that nature. I done had strep throat and stuff like that. And because they want to take out my tonsils and adenoids and stuff, but that's another subject at hand. But I said that's something else going on. I said I ain't saying it's COVID. I said it could be the flu or it could be something. I said, but mind you now, your mom just tested positive for COVID on Tuesday. Here it is Friday, you were sneezing and stuff, but here it is Sunday, you over here coughing, my throat hurting, and then now I'm feeling chills, and then boom, I had a fever. I said, okay, and body aches. So I was like, Monday we getting up going to the doctor. We going to the doctor. So we got up Monday morning, early Monday morning, and I was going to go to the sick clinic at my primary care physician office, but I didn't feel like driving across town to it. So we went up the street to AFC, to the Doc in the Box, American Family Care. And so when we got there, it was people in there. People was in there that wasn't feeling good. Kids was in there. My thing of it is, be as it may, people wear masks, people don't wear masks. But I will wear a mask in a doctor's office sometime because especially with everything that's going on now, people was in there hacking and coughing and they have on no mask and people sneezing and all that. I was like, oh gosh, this probably like a flu, COVID, whole thing up in this mug, So we got back there, they triaged and whatever. We got back there and, we went to talking about our symptoms and things of that nature. And they was like, okay, well, it could be the flu, then it could be COVID. They was like, we're going to test you for both of them. So, you know how sometimes you know something, but you don't know it. But then you be like, okay, it could be this, it could be that, because, just because, The doctor came back through the door. She said, you tested negative for both variants of the flu, but you tested positive for COVID. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I was like, oh my gosh, I have COVID. Like, I done escaped it all these years. I mean, I take my vitamins. I take my vitamins daily. I drink immune boosters daily. I do all of that. See, it's still. I do all of that. I try to keep myself. I'm a germaphobe. Anyways, I'm forever washing my hands, or I have hand sanitizer. I have spray hand sanitizer. I have Lysol. I have Clorox wipes. You name it, I got it. Okay. So I'm like, okay, now my mind is going into healing mode because I'm like, now I got to get this up out of me because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost like my luck ran out. I done caught COVID. I said, then on top of that, it's still the summertime. One thing I hate is a summer cold, because like I said, it's hot outside, and then you feeling miserable, you hot, especially if you're running a temperature and things of that nature. It's like, oh my gosh, like something got to give. So after we got our test results and things like that, oh my gosh, y'all, I texted him real quick because he was still in the other doctor's waiting. He was in the other exam room waiting on the doctor to come back. I texted him. I said, I tested positive for COVID. And you know where I got it from. And it was so funny. He was like, what? Still not. He was kind of still in denial. So he was like, well, I'm waiting on my results, And he had already told me, he was like, I can't wait till I get my results so I can show you that it is just a sinus infection. I said, mm-hmm. When he came out the doctor's office, y'all would have thought he lost a best friend or lost $1,000,000 or lost whatever, because he had that dumbfounded look like, I cannot believe this ish right here. Baby, it was funny, but it wasn't funny, because, I was like, like, you gonna believe me when I tell you certain stuff, when I know certain symptoms and stuff, I kind of know certain, pick out certain stuff, especially when I know you, I know you, just about know you, I know you, and I know a change in you, and I know when something is different in you. So when he came out, I had already was sitting in the truck and stuff, and so he came out looking all dumbfounded and stuff. He got in the truck. I said, so what they said you had, what's wrong? He gonna be funny. Same thing you got. I said, I said, and I got it from you. I said, you got it from mama. My mama gave it. He was like, dang it. I said, I said, babe, I love you, but I done told you, you ain't got to share everything, because that's another little joke. It's like he has to tell me every little thing or open up, which I guess that's a good thing, I was like, you share a little bit too much. Now you done gave me the cooties. That's what I call it, the cooties. So it was so funny though, but baby, it got him too, and he don't want to admit it, but it got him too. But I was doing okay. I was, feeling bad that Monday, feeling kind of okay Tuesday. Wednesday, oh, that was a rough day. It took me down and out through there, baby. Oh, wait. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Lord, I'm sick of this. And mind you now, I haven't been sick like that for almost like 4 years. I've had like the sinus infections and things like that. But as far as like, like the flu or common cold or something like that, that hadn't hit me. Knock on wood. Well, not knock on wood now, because I didn't caught COVID. But something like that, I had it in over like 4 years, especially when I started losing weight and looking at myself, taking care of myself better, health wise and stuff, because like I mentioned earlier, I do have large tonsils and my adenoids and stuff. And then on top of that, they want to take them out, because they was like, if I get strep throat again, then I'm gonna have to go back to the ENT and then go ahead and make a decision to go ahead and get them out, because of course you can't keep getting steroid shots and things of that nature, especially when your tonsils and stuff keep causing problems. The reason why I don't want to get my tonsils out, because I'm about to be 46 years old come September 13th. And they said the healing process, when you get those taken out at an older age, it is like the recuperating time. It's not like it'll be a week or so. It could be longer, because of your age. The older you get, certain surgeries and stuff you may have that you could have recuperated easier when you was a child. When you get older, your body changes and do a little different. So yeah. But here it is. Today is Tuesday. So like I said, it's been a week. It was Sunday was a week since the onset of symptoms and stuff. So we did get the antiviral medication. That we had to take 4 pills every 12 hours, and our last dose for that was on Saturday. And we also had to take Mucinex decongestion, and of course, the Halls, and I drank hot tea and lemon and stuff like that to try to keep me up and stuff. So, but it's kind of pretty much gone, but I'm still feeling it a little bit. Like, it's not completely gone, but now it's more of like, not the congestion and stuff is let up a whole lot, but it's still like in my throat wise. And so my mom seem to think that I need to go and get a steroid shot. If my throat and stuff doesn't really get any better, I would say probably about Wednesday or so. If it really doesn't clear up, I probably will just go and get a steroid shot to try to keep the inflammation and stuff down, like that though. But I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. I'm going to show you what I call my COVID kit, my COVID get well kit of what all I use to try to you know, get it out my system and try to stay well and try to maintain everything. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. Hold on one second for me. Okay, guys, so here is a couple well, here are the items that I used to help me get through this bout with COVID. What we have here is bone broth. It's chicken flavored with ginger and turmeric. And how many of us know that when you're sick and when you're not feeling good, it's nothing like a hot cup of broth, just to make you feel good, because you're already sick and not feeling good and you don't want nothing to eat. But there's something about broth that kind of helps aid in the healing process. I don't know if people have heard of that before, which I'm quite sure you have, but there's nothing like that. I've heard, especially like chicken noodle soup too. A good hot bowl of chicken noodle soup, is good for you. I also use this. This is old school right here. When we were younger and would get colds, I still use this to this day, which is the Vicks Vapor Rub. It's a cough suppressant. And I did old school, baby. I took some and I rubbed it up under my nose, and I put a little bit on my chest and stuff like that, to keep the airway and stuff open. This is my Sambucol that I drink this every day anyways. You just put it in with some water and some ice. You could drink it cold or you could drink it warm. It just depends on you. I also mixed it when I was drinking my tea during the daytime as well. A hot cup of tea, I mixed it with this as well. And it's kind of good. The immune booster, I drink that every day anyways though. And this is the Mucinex that I use, which was a cough suppressant that really helped in between, taking the antiviral medication. Now these I use as well too. When I go to take a shower every day, you just pop this up under the shower and the steam, and it opens up your airways, and it just makes you feel good. I've also used this without having a cold, just for a good hot steam shower, just to get your body going and stuff like that. And another good thing that I use, I'm big on essential oils. And what I did, because I read for indoor purification, that it was good to use 3 drops of eucalyptus oil, drops of lavender oil, and I also used a drop of peppermint oil in my oil diffuser, and I had the oil diffuser going like every 6 hours, and the steam from that in the bedroom just also help you breathe easier and everything like that. Now Vicks Vapor Rub do have a I think it's an essential oil or some type of oil that can go in the oil diffuser as well, and it's good steam, to help you breathe. And I use this for the lips, to keep my lips from being so chapped and things like that. And this too, when your body aching, I don't know what it is about some green alcohol, baby. And then with the headache too, alcohol, you can take alcohol and rub it across your forehead. You can rub it on your knees. You can rub that green alcohol on your hips and stuff like that, and it works. And it's another thing I used was cough drops. I would take a couple of cough drops when I take a couple of cough drops, and I placed it in my hot tea with just a little bit of organic sugar, and that feels good too, drinking. It was soothing to my throat and stuff like that. And here are the teas that I use. I did dandelion root tea. I would drink, the blueberry green tea, and also the green tea and pomegranate, which was really, really good. So yeah, so this is what I call my COVID kit. What I use, to try to get over COVID, to help me, maintain this thing till it's all the way out all the way out my body. But some of these things I use on a daily basis anyway, to try to keep my immune system and things together. So this is has been about though. But I'm glad that I'm feeling better, and thank God that I didn't have to go into the hospital like I hear some people have to do. But that's about it. Well, until next time, bye.